This is Jordan. He's 30 years old, and I'm realizing that I haven't actually let anyone get close to me in years. I date, I talk, I show up, but only to a point. The moment someone tries to know me properly, I pull away. I'll make excuses about being busy, needing space, or not being ready. But deep down, I know I'm just scared. My last relationship ended badly. Blindsided, betrayed, the whole thing. And ever since that, I built this shell around myself that even I can't break. People tell me I'm warm, easy to talk to, emotionally aware. But none of that matters if I never let anyone beyond the surface. Recently, I met someone who generally feels different. Kind, patient, grounded. And instead of letting that be a good thing, it's triggered every fear I've been avoiding. I feel like one wrong move and I'll ruin it. My question is, how do I let myself be loved again without sabotaging it out of fear? Such a difficult position to be in, because in one sense, you've sort of grown so much because you've got past that difficult moment. You've got past that thing that probably almost broke you in a sense, especially coming from a position of probably pure happiness when you're in a relationship sometimes. For it to then just to collapse and literally just flip your world upside down. But just like commenting on the fact that you've got through that, you're coming to another part of the journey where it's about trying to trust again. And the thing with trust is, once your trust is broken, it's hard to have faith in the world again. Because your ego doesn't want to become a fool again. Because some of us will think, how could that have got past me? Your ego really gets hurt when someone lies to you. When someone's not the self to your face. And it hurts emotionally when it goes wrong. And you lose trust in your ability to judge people. And I bet your perception of reality gets twisted a bit. Because you don't know how to judge things. You can't fall upon your instincts. This problem, again, your foundation apply. Eat, sleep, train. You got to make sure your judgment is correct. But mainly with this one, it's about letting go. Because in life, it's not about being hurt. It's not about the negative things that happen to you. It's not about the good things that happen to you. It's how you react and how you bounce back after every heightened emotion, whether it's positive or negative. Because you can lose yourself in both. And it matters about how you keep on going. And with something like this, it's difficult because all you can do is see the negative, but you're forgetting the beauty in what you're about to begin. Anyone who's been in a long-term relationship can see the beauty at the beginning. And that's where you are. You are in your own way, unfortunately. But once you get past this big step, the person again who you'll become because of this traumatic thing you've experienced in the past, the person you'll become is someone you'll look at and you'll see as beautiful. You'll see the good. Think of the love. Think of the future. Think of the possibility that could happen by letting go and almost letting life catch you. Let life take you the way that it can take you. And to know that life almost doesn't want to have bad shit happen to you. Life wants you to learn and become someone, whoever that might be, whatever path that could be, whether there's a purpose to it or not. We can add one ourselves, but you're on a path becoming someone who you want to be. And it's the tough lessons that really teach us things in life that matter. And I'm not saying that this situation is going to be perfect, that this is going to be the one, that this is going to change it all again. You're going to get exactly what you need. Look at life. Everyone can relate and say that's not how life works. That's not how life goes. Life's unexpected in so many ways. We cannot predict how things are going to go. So what makes you different in predicting how this situation is going to go? That's why you've got to give up and let up on your emotions and just go for it. Because even if it turns out bad, what are you going to learn? What are you going to experience? And life's all about experience. Because through experiences, You can connect with each other, and that's important about life. And as long as this person knows your situation, which I presume they do because you can't keep something like that on your chest, as long as they know your situation, all you can do is trust that they're not going to be the person that does the same thing to you. And don't forget, every person has something going on, some kind of problem, and we all react in different ways. Some of us react in ways that are good. Some of us fuck up, and some of us really hurt people. But they're human. It's not nice to think about letting someone off the hook like that, saying because they're human that and they've done a bad thing that they should just be let off the hook. But look at your own mistakes. Look at your own life and who you've upset. It happens. So in a sense, don't necessarily hold the grudge against that person that's hurt you. They were probably going through something. Or the other side of the coin is they've not been through anything, so they're a bit privileged. But the time will come. Don't worry about it. Life will put everyone through tests and through experiences that really make us learn. But also, let's compare yourself to others. I know comparison is the thief of joy, but not if you use it in the correct way. Think how many people out there would be joyous to know that they have a possibility to love someone or to get to know someone. And there's a beauty in opening up, in showing who you truly are. The risk, the insecurity that comes out in being you is unbelievable. And like I said, it's beautiful because of so many reactions that come with it. Because it's so risky, we're so sensitive and emotional. Even the tough, hard people and men, let's say, that you come across that don't seem like they've got any emotion in them, life's beaten them down that much, and they've been that sensitive that this is how they now cope in the world. So even these big, strong men that we all see and think about in life and the role models we see who we think are mentally strong, they've just been through stuff that's made them mentally strong. And this is your moment. You've got two paths. There's a fork in the road. You can either never love again, or you can take this opportunity to try and love again. To try and get the happiness that you once, I guess, dreamed of or had. And it sounds like you've took enough time since the last situation to heal and to experience life in a different way, where maybe now it is time. And like I said, it might not go perfectly. It might not be the time, but it'll be the time for this experience, for this moment to learn something. And there's something to be said about being courageous in life, about being brave, because in life, it's not about the easy path. It's not about doing things that make us feel comfortable all the time. We have to step out of our comfort zone, and you'll reap the rewards of stepping out of your comfort zone. The pot of gold is on the other side of this experience. If you can go through what you've gone through and then go through it again, who is that person at the end of those experiences? If it all goes tits up, if worst case scenario happens, is it really that bad? You've been through it once, you dealt with it, you can go through it again and you can learn. You can start learning to judge people. You can start doing work on yourself of why do I keep putting myself in this situation? It's tough to put yourself in those situations, to think everything's going to be okay even if stuff goes wrong. But that's life. You have to experience life fully and truly, and you have to be brave, and you stood on the edge of the cliff and you've got to jump off into the water. This decision will happen thousands of times in your life, where you stood on the edge of that cliff and you've got to jump off. And when you jump off, you'll have all these emotions and it'll be worth it in the end. The only difference is you don't know where the end is. That's the difficult part of life, that we don't see the end necessarily. We think the end is sooner than it is. We almost want an instant gratification of reward from choosing the hard path. And I think that's what's different about experiencing difficult moments and watching them and fantasizing about them. You see them in films all the time, and the characteristics that people have when they go through tough moments. Everyone expects when you go through something tough because of films, you become the hero in the end. But that's not how it works. It doesn't happen so swiftly and easily. There's a lot that goes into bouncing back after something that crumbles you. And to have faith in who you are, have faith in yourself. And that's what you've got to do. You've got to hold your own hand and say, this could be difficult, but let's take a risk. Let's gamble here. Because the reward of love, of connecting with someone so deeply like we do in relationships, the reward of that is so fucking high that you can't not gamble it. What, for the rest of your life, you're just going to be like this? This moment that you're in isn't what you want for the rest of your life. Loneliness is a deep emotion that's difficult to live with. And sometimes it's your own fault, because moments like these in life, you don't take that step. You don't be brave. You don't be vulnerable to be hurt again and to get in trouble and to be in a situation that hurts you. But love wouldn't be so desirable if it was so easy. If there wasn't a risk of being hurt, if there weren't a risk of damage, and you've attached too much emotion to this damage that you've experienced previously, where it makes you not want to be damaged again, because you don't see the value in the damage. And that's what you've got to do. You've got to really see and appreciate the positives and the value that has come out of the experience, the difficult experience that you've had. And look around you, talk with people who've been through difficult situations when it comes to relationships. Again, once you get in this relationship, if it all works out, it's not going to be easy. And I think sometimes we view life as this, I want it to be easy. I want the pleasure. I want the feeling, the good feeling. And life don't work like that. When you're chasing pleasure and you're chasing a good feeling, it doesn't really work out, because that's not where the value is. And I relate to this situation a little bit, because I used to think to myself, I'd never be in a deep relationship, or I'd never be in a relationship because it requires so much emotional intelligence and surrendering and sacrificing your own worries and fear and actually being open. For me, I used to sit there and feel shame about who I was and how I was, and felt I didn't feel good enough. And when you feel those emotions, it's hard to expose yourself to someone else and let them truly see who you are. It's hard when you're embarrassed about who you are. And that's what you got to work on changing. This shame, this feeling not good enough, that someone else won't profit from your personality, that you don't hold any value in this world. I get that feeling. I get why there is a risk in this situation and why it is a tough decision to make, to open up to anyone, because you're so vulnerable, because you don't see the value in yourself. But that other person is also there to show you the value in you. They wouldn't want you if you didn't have any value. And we all have value. We're all wanted in this world by someone. You might not think, you might not see, you are wanted by someone. Someone sees the value that you don't in yourself. And just think about the time. I know the age that you're at, it's difficult because maybe even the people around you might seem like they've got life sorted out and you're maybe behind. But just appreciate this time that you're in. This beautiful moment of risk and reward, of a new journey, a new path, a new life in a sense. Life with another person is beautiful if you see the value in it. And you don't worry about the risk and worry about the negatives that are going to come, because they are going to come. They're always going to come in life. And if you focus on them, you're wasting the time that you have in this existence. But yeah, good luck with that one, Jordan. But yeah, peace.